Alright guys, Chelsea have just beaten Newcastle United by 2 goals to 0, with the goals coming from Olivier Giroud and Timo Werner. Timo Werner's first goal since November, I believe. But to be fair, as much as everyone, there's the whole meme, isn't there, and everyone likes to sort of troll him, sort of like this big flop. Although he hasn't scored recently, in the games I've watched Chelsea play in the past month or so, I think he's been all right. I get in his first few games for Chelsea, he was awful, but tonight he got awarded man of the match, and I'm not too sure if I would give him the man of the match, but he was one of the best players on the pitch tonight, definitely. And he definitely deserved a bit of luck for the goal. The first goal was created by Timo Werner. He played really well in that first goal. Just dribbled with it down the left-hand side, and then sort of did. Lionel Messi does this a lot, where he just stops, and then Emil Kraft stops, and then he goes past him. So Kraft has lost his momentum, crosses it in. Darlow gets a hand to it, but pushes it out to Olivier Giroud. Giroud actually didn't start the game. He came on for Tammy Abraham after about 15-20 minutes. Because unfortunately, Tammy Abraham was through on goal, and Jamal Lascelles. It was a brilliant tackle by Lascelles. He was sort of behind him, and when I first saw Lascelles go into the tackle, I was thinking, well, it's a goal for Jorginho then. But Lascelles did really well to get his foot around Abraham and get the ball, but unfortunately, it's sort of like he's had to only put one leg round and put his left leg the other side. So as he slid down and Abraham's gone over, Abraham's foot's got trapped in between Lascelles' legs, so it looks like he's twisted his ankle. He tried to play on, but he did get subbed off. So hopefully he's not out for too long. You don't like seeing players out injured, do you? And the second goal, it was corner. I'm not sure who it was who got ahead to it, but there was a bit of a ricochet in the box. It fell to Timo Werner. He didn't get the cleanest of contact, but got just enough on it to get it over the line. Karl Darlow tried to sort of claw it out, but it was already a yard behind the line at that point. And that was pretty much game over after 30 minutes. I mean, Chelsea just has all the control from there on. Thomas Tuchel looks like he's settled well at Chelsea, and I mean they're fifth in the league, or are they fourth? I'm not sure. The way Liverpool are playing, there's no chance they'll be fourth. But I think next season, I think this season, Thomas Tuchel, his aim is just got to be to get Chelsea in the Champions League. Chelsea aren't going to win the league. No chance of that happening. You'd be very surprised if that does happen. Then they're in the Europa League, aren't they? Or are they? No, they're in the Champions League, aren't they? They've got Atletico Madrid. Well, why was I thinking they were in the Europa League? Yeah, no, it's United who went into the Europa League, isn't it? They've got Atletico Madrid, I think they have. So that'll be a very tough game. I don't expect Chelsea to win the Champions League this season, but if Thomas Tuchel this season can just use the rest of this season to work out what works in his squad, what players link well together, he's got his 3-4-3 formation, which he seems keen on, and so far in the first 4 or 5 games for him, it's working well, which is good to see for Chelsea. And who knows, next season, title bid. And however, for the Newcastle team that lost 2-0 today, without Callum Wilson, there's not a lot to it, is there? San Maximin, yeah, he's good at dribbling, but his end product isn't the greatest. And for a team like Newcastle, you need end products, and Callum Wilson does provide that. But Callum Wilson, as we all know from the past half a decade, he's been in the Premier League now with Bournemouth as well, hasn't he? He's very injury prone, and that's not good for Newcastle, is it? And their other signing from Bournemouth, Ryan Fraser, has had virtually no impact. He came off the bench today and did nothing really. The only thing that Newcastle have got going for them is that they're not going to concede shed loads of goals, but they don't score many either. So they get a lot of 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 losses, which it ain't going to help them, is it? And they're now 17th in the league. They have got a bit of a cushion between them and Fulham in 18th, but it goes quickly, doesn't it? I mean, Fulham beat Everton 2-0 yesterday. Josh Maggett obviously got a double on his debut, which, I mean, I remember watching him a few times at Sunderland, because I actually, although Liverpool are my main team, well, they are my team, obviously I can't get tickets to go to Liverpool games because there's about 30 million Liverpool fans, isn't there? And it's impossible. And they'll do anything to get tickets, won't they, the Scousers? So I kind of have to settle for settle for Shrewsbury games. So I remember watching Josh Maggett play for Sunderland against Shrewsbury, and he played very well that day. And yeah, anyway, back onto the topic of tonight's game. Chelsea just cruised the second half. There very little problems caused by Newcastle, and Kepa Arrizabalaga starting in goal for Newcastle tonight, for Chelsea tonight. So surely the Newcastle players have got to be thinking, we need to test this guy. Not only is he notoriously a bad goalkeeper, well, not a bad goalkeeper, but not a top 6 Premier League level goalkeeper, not a Premier League level goalkeeper. He's also going to be a bit rusty because he hasn't had a good run of games recently, probably since October when Edouard Mendy joined. And they had very few shots on target. I think, I can't remember if it was Isaac Hayden or Jamal Lascelles had a header, and it didn't have a lot of power on it, but Kepa did very well to get to the other side of his goal and flick it away round the post. But anyway, that's pretty much all I've got to talk about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.